Ladies and gentlemen, behold the Motorola Razr Fold. Yes, Motorola, after much anticipation and they kind of teased some stuff, decided that they're going to make a Fold. And this is a big move for them. The Razrs themselves have been, I think, quite successful over the last few years. But this is a very key product development because there's one fantastic feature that I want to talk about that is going to be basically exclusive to the new Fold from Razr because they have the Motorola Pen Ultra, Moto Pen Ultra, and you can use it with the Razr Fold, which is incredibly important because what did we lose with Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7? The S Pen. So Motorola, I guess, is like, hey, they're not going to do it, so we'll do it. And I've been saying for years, why don't other people have a stylus to go along with their phone? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's not like Samsung's the only one that can do that. Anybody else could do that if they wanted to. So I'm very, very happy to see this. And of course, it should be flagship level everything. And it's got a triple 50 megapixel camera array on the back. And it's got a pretty big footprint on it. It's got a 8.1 inch inner screen and a 6.6 inch cover screen with a wide stance on it. I think it's a good size. Whenever it's open all the way, it is a little hard for me. I'm trying getting the sunshine hitting my microphone there. It's a little hard for me to hold one-handed. Like, I can stretch it a little bit, but I don't have like the biggest hands in the world. If you can palm a basketball, you're going to be good. I can't palm a basketball, so I can barely hold it one-handed while it's open, which is one thing I have always liked. It's been an endearing quality to me whenever it comes to the Z Folds. I always like that form factor and their size on the screen. But yes, we're going to have the Moto Pen Ultra support, big screen, triple camera array, 50-50-50, 350 megapixel cameras on the back. So that's going to be nice. And I'm hoping they're going to give lots of support for this. So it was just announced, I believe, the Motorola Signature, which I saw as well, looks really nice, and also has Moto Pen support, is going to be supported for 7 years. And this is a big jump for Motorola because normally it's like 3 years, 2 years, 4 years. So I don't know what we're going to get for the Fold yet. And there's the black and white colors, which look really nice. Like, I think that it's a beautiful looking phone. And I like the two different textures on the back of the phone, whether you get the white one or you get the black one. And I'm really looking forward to it. They're saying later this year it's going to come out. There's been no details on pricing. They haven't talked about the chipset. My guess is going to be the Snapdragon 8 Elite 5 or whatever. I mean, it's going to be a good chip. I'm not worried about that. The Motorola Signature, their new kind of flagship phone, which is not coming to the States just yet, but is getting 7 years of support, going to be launched overseas. It has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5. So I think regardless of whether it's an 8 Gen 5 or 8 Elite Gen 5, and there may be some people that have leaked stuff about this, it's still kind of far out, so I don't want to get into the weeds on that stuff. I've heard the pricing might be pretty aggressive, which would be good because that would not only undercut the competition, which Motorola is good for doing in the pricing game, but also with the Motorola Pen Ultra, I think there's a lot to like here. And the Pen Ultra is neat because it has like this little carrying case that charges it and houses it and all that stuff. So you can kind of put it in your little pen pocket, put it in your regular pocket, throw in your backpack, all those different things. So you don't have to worry as much about losing the small stylus. But it was cool to go see it, get some hands-on time with it. This is one of the great things about CES and when these things get launched. Normally, we don't get a lot of phone excitement. Normally, CES is more like, here's new AR glasses, here's new VR stuff, here's the new electric vehicle. There's not a whole lot of phone stuff. So it's cool to me that Motorola took some initiative here. We got the Razr Fold that they announced, and also their new Motorola Signature phone that got announced. Also, they have their new FIFA version of the Motorola Razr in time for the World Cup this summer. That's really exciting. And we'll see what we get later on this year. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I love foldable phones. I love flippable phones. And I will be happy to get one of these whenever I can. I will definitely cover this later on in the year. But I think it looks good. And there's one thing that's been just really puzzling to me. There's been a lot of people complaining online about how these phones look because the Moto G looks just like the Moto G Stylus, looks like the Moto G Power, looks like the Moto Edge, looks like the... I like this uniformity of design. Like, we don't complain about the iPhone. Like, the iPhone looks exactly the same other than the camera configuration because the 17 has one less camera, but otherwise the design is indistinguishable. So why in the world are people hating and dinging the Motorola? Because they have a uniform design. Uniform design means you have identity, It also means that you save money because you're not manufacturing 8 different designs and form factors, which helps saves costs. So I'm all on board with it. I like the way the Motorola's look. The vegan leather they have on the back, it feels super, super premium. And the only real question marks that I have are 1, price, and 2, support. I want to see that 7 years of support. I think that that would be really big. Even if they offered 5 and 5, I really would like to see them go to a more consistent model, because here's the thing. Yes, this one's going to launch with Android 16, which is fantastic, but we're still waiting on Android 16 on the phones that came out 6 months ago. So yes, I love my Razr Ultra. I would like it to have Android 16. So I hope that they invest some time and some effort and some energy into being more consistent and more timely. Because even I put out a tweet earlier, I was like, oh my gosh, I saw it. Well, I didn't say that, but I didn't say, oh my gosh. I reserved that for you guys. But I posted a tweet about it saying, I got to see it this morning. Looks great, feels great. Can't wait to get one. Looks sharp. Comes with stylus support, so that's great. And then several people in the comments are like, software sucks. Not buying one because it's a Motorola. So I think that's the last kind of area they really need to shore up when it comes to their reputation on that part of the forefront. Because it's one thing when you're spending $199 and you're getting a phone and it's not timely updates. People are a little bit more graceful. You get a little more leeway, right? It's like, okay, I understand. I paid $200 for this phone. But if you're talking about $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 for a phone, you darn well want like better software support. That's part of kind of the contract, right? I'm buying this fancy, expensive thing from you because you're going to take better care of it and take better care of me. That's how it should work. So we'll see. Also, the crease looks very, very minimal. I was happy to see that whenever I picked it up and looked at it, and I was able to kind of look at it from a glance. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let us play with the software because everything's not finalized on it yet, because everything's not coming out till later. So whenever it launches, I'm sure I'll probably be there. I've got a pretty good relationship with Motorola. The last 2 years, I've covered the Flips or the Razrs. So I hopefully will be in that same category this go around. But regardless, if I have to buy it or whether they send it to me, I will cover this phone. I love foldable phones. I love the OnePlus Open. I wish we would have got a 2. The Oppo stuff, the Honor stuff, the Magic V5, fantastic. The Z Fold 7, my Pixel 10 Pro Fold that I've been carrying around. I like foldable phones. I think they have a place in the market. I think they're important. And I think this is probably the most consequential one of this year, just because of the fact that they're coming after Samsung. They're coming after Samsung fans and their business, saying, hey, you took out the S Pen. People want it. We're going to give it to them. So lots of exciting stuff on this forefront. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, this first look, some insight into it, my thoughts, also getting to see some of the B-roll and all those different things. But let me know, is this something you're interested in? Is the history of their software updates something that would keep you from buying it? Is the Moto Pen Ultra something that would make you possibly want to switch over and pick one of these up, since Samsung ditched it with the Z Fold 7? Let's talk about all that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So if you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.